Nadi Tarangini is set to revolutionize the art of Nadi Pariksha by giving it scientific recognition and accuracy like never before. But for many Vaidyas, it's difficult to understand how this feeling information is visualized on the screen. So this video is to make it very simple. You already know about the ECG machine. The ECG signals and HRV-based analysis helps the cardiologist to make the treatment process easier. We say that Nadi or the pulse is the manifestation of the heart pumping action. But it also depends upon the human hemodynamics. So because of that, the pulse signals are much more complex than ECG signal. It is also said in Ayurveda that Nadi is also a manifestation of brain or mind. Of course, we are not discussing that here in this particular video. An ECG signal follows a PQRST kind of rhythm. So a pulse signal should also follow the same signal, but because of the variations, it's slightly different. The feeling information of the pulse is available as 3 locations, as Vata, Pitta and Kapha. We are using 3 pressure sensors in Nadi Tarangini to convert that pressure energy into the digital form. And finally, we see 3 signals on the computer screen or mobile screen as 3 waveforms, similar to 12 lead ECG signal in case of ECG machine. When you feel the pulse, you feel that the pulse is moving highs and lows. So these highs and lows of the feeling information are also captured accurately in Nadi Tarangini as highs and lows in the waveform, as you can see in the figure. So when the Nadi has high pressure energy or high strength, in the waveform you see that it has a high point. And when there is no strength or you don't feel the pulse much, that goes at down, or we call it as a baseline. So every Nadi goes ups and downs in a rhythmic fashion. So as the heart is pumping in rhythm, the pulse is also going in the rhythmic fashion. But because of the variability and also because of the functioning of all the organs, the pulse is not exactly rhythmic. Every rhythm is different, every pulse beat is different. It has some variability. So sometimes these ups and downs are bigger, sometimes these ups and downs are very minute. A Vaidya with the concentration level and meditation are able to extract those minute variations and correlate them with various physiological parameters. So every pulse beat is comprised of 4 subwaves: the percussion wave, the tidal wave, the valley and the dichrotic wave. So it follows the PTVD pattern. So it goes similar to PQRST of ECG. It goes as PTVD as the pulse signal. And the Vaidyas will feel them as intervariability and intravariability to correlate them with the final outputs. So these variations are very complex and sometimes very difficult for a Vaidya to understand. That's why in Nadi Tarangini, we have developed many pattern recognition and artificial intelligence algorithms to decode these variations and provide you the final output. Nadi Pariksha is a very subjective knowledge. So every doctor has a different technique of feeling the pulse, sometimes one at one fingertip or at multiple locations on one fingertip. As I already said, in Nadi Tarangini, we are using 3 pressure sensors. So you have to wear that doctor's unit and keep them at the locations, which is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, and start applying some pressure. So once you get the PTVD pattern on the screen, you stop applying more and more pressure. You keep the pressure constant and record the data for 2 minutes. Once the data is captured, our algorithms decode the pulse patterns and you finally get a report card. As we know that we are using 3 pressure sensors, so ideally we should get all 3 pulse signals. But there is a possibility due to different prahar or the physiological condition, one of the doshas or 2 of the doshas are not strong. So either you will get 1 signal or 2 signals or 3 signals in the PTVD rhythm format. So I'm going to explain this with the help of various examples. Every example is a pulse signal of 5 seconds. And you will see that every example has 3 different colors. The blue color represents Vata signal, The red color represents the Pitta and the green signal represents the Kapha. In the first example, you can see that all three colors which represent Vata, Pitta and Kapha, the blue color, red color and green color, so all three waveforms are almost the same. So we can say that all three dosha at that particular point of capture are having equal strength. If you see the second example, in this what you see is the red line is stronger as compared to the green line as compared to the blue line. So we can say that at this moment the Pitta dosha, it had more strength as compared to the other two. Finally, in this example, you see that only the blue line is heavy and other two lines are almost flat. So what it means that at this moment of capture, the Vata dosha was very strong and the other two dosha were either they were negligible or they had very sukshma kind of nature. So when you don't get a rhythmic pattern, the PTVD pattern, there could be multiple reasons. The first reason could be that you haven't put the sensor at the exact location. The other reason could be that you have not applied enough pressure to get that particular PTVD pattern. The third reason could be the Nadi itself is very sukshma to recognize by the sensor to convert into the digital form. So you can see that more you use Nadi Tarangini, it's easier to understand the Nadi patterns.
Visit www.naditarangini.com to see a demo or attend a conference.